Now, no doubt, when we were younger, all of us at one point gave our parents some form of backchat. It's a rite of passage. You've got 4 little ones, Joanna, so you must be in the thick of the backchat.
Well, my eldest is 10, so the backchat is starting. And the other day, we were talking about something, and she said, "And your point is?"
Hey. and most Sounds of the like time... Janet, she says that.
But most of the time, I try and stay calm, and I'll explain and say, well, you know, Mummy's got a lot of experience, I've been through lots of different things, I'm just trying to advise you. And I keep it like that most of the time. But this time, she sort of came back with something else, and I couldn't help myself. She was saying I was uncool or I hadn't experienced something. And I ended up going, well, you know the actor who plays Willy Wonka, and I'd like to say Gene Wilder, and not Gene Wilder, Johnny Depp, not Gene Wilder. Yeah. She went, yes, and I went, well, Mummy's kissed him. And I went, so I have done some cool things then. And then I had to say that to just go, well, there you go then. So every now and then, I do let myself down, but most of the time, I just try and stay calm and focused and just try and get through it. But it's hard.
It is. Different times. Janet, were you a backchatter when you were a kid?
No, I didn't get to that. I just had the face. My mother would say to me, take that look off your face or I'll knock it off. And I hadn't even said anything. It was like pre-saying something. And the only thing that kept me going was thinking they picked up the wrong baby in the nursing home. Oh. It would not be my mother. But as a result of that repressed childhood, because we didn't have any much conversation in our house. There were loads of rules, and there was not a lot of chat. Certainly no backchat. You wouldn't dare do that. And my Welsh granny, when I went to stay with her in the school holidays, I arrived at her little cottage in North Wales, and there'd be a fresh birch rod over the door. She'd just point at it.
Oh, my gosh.
No need for backchat there. You knew you'd get that across your backside. So I think as an adult, I've always been really lippy, never fit in, a really, you know, questioning, challenging person. And I also admire that in other people. No, I admire people like that because I feel it's from a repressed childhood.
Well, I think that's good, though, isn't it? Because,
I mean, Bran, you feel...
I relate to Janet totally, yeah.
Well, you weren't allowed to say anything.
No, I was raised in a very strong family, disciplined, you know, wouldn't even think once, let alone twice, of backchat. You just don't... It's just not an option. It was never on the table. So, yeah, and now, with my kids, you know, they are more forward and they do speak their minds more, which I do appreciate. But, you know, sometimes I'm having a conversation and Tanisha might say, it's not that deep. And I'm like, it's not that deep. You want to know how... Oh, anyway, yeah, I won't... I won't go any further, but when she says that, I'm like, it's not that deep. Come on, it's deep. Let's get into this.
I mean, for me, it's a fine line, isn't it? Because we've got the 3 girls, and half the time it was like, if it's rude, then they would get the look, which tells them they don't go over that line again, or there's going to be trouble. You want the look? Hang on. But if they're cheeky, I find if it's, like, done with a bit of humour and it's quite funny and it's a good riposte, I kind of think, oh, I quite like that, because I want my girls to grow up and go into a workplace where they stand up for themselves.
I mean, for me, I wish my backchat was as fast as the backhand, because it was the backhand. But I find, my kids are at that stage where they want to have a little bit of backchat, but I'm finding it's the opinion. They're so opinionated. Like my son, he's got this thing about, but was it facts or is it your opinion? Is it led by emotion or is it led by facts? And I'm sitting there going,
he's going to be a politician.
Yeah. I contacted the school and was like, put him in the debate club, because I'm not here every minute I'm saying to him, I'm not having a debate with you, I'm telling you something. And he's like, yeah, Mum, but I'm trying to understand where that's coming from. I'm like, are you a psychologist or what? So it is definitely different times, but I think, you know, I agree with what you're saying, where it helps them to kind of understand having an opinion and debating something. But just know, don't do it with me.